don't talk about this drone very much anymore, but this is the Mavic Air. This is the original drone that DJI put out that really, in my opinion, put them on the map in the hobby world as a premier drone. This is a very powerful drone, has a very good camera. You can see on this camera here, I have installed a Indy 8 filter. This is what the camera looks like. And if I turn this drone on, you'll see what happens. The camera is basically calibrating itself. Now watch, when I turn the drone, the camera stays. Now, when I turn it like this drone is rarely going to go more than that, especially at in a position mode, normal speed. So that's how that camera stays so still when I'm flying around or in the wind. Up, down, left, right. The camera barely moves. It stays focused. Now the thing about this drone is that people quit talking about it is because they came out with a Mavic Air 2. I have a Mavic Air 2, but I don't use it that much right now. I think I'm kind of waiting for the bugs to get worked out of it. The thing is, the Mavic Mini came out and this drone kind of lost its luster as well, because the Mavic Mini is light enough where it doesn't need to be registered. But registering a drone is nothing. It's $5. And they give you a little card, and you put the number on the drone somewhere, and it's registered. The card looks like that. It's not even a card, it's just a printout, and I put, packing tape over it and kind of laminated it with that. It's $5 for 3 years. So the difference between this and the Mini is it's bigger, and the battery life is nowhere near as long. You probably get 18 minutes out of this one. You get close to a half an hour out of the Mavic Mini. But this drone has all kinds of obstacle avoidance. It can track people riding bicycles, motorcycles, boats. It goes 43 miles an hour approximately, maybe faster, maybe a little slower depending on the wind conditions. And it's very, very good as far as getting your shots on a windy day. I filmed the Spectrum building in Earth City on a windy day with this. You wouldn't even have known there was wind because this drone has power. Now, it is a foldable drone, but the propellers do not fold. So very stationary, but it's still very portable. It fits in that little bag. This is the controller. Now I'm at the Bridgeton Park, and I cannot fly it here, and I'll show you why in a minute when I open the app. When the Mavic 2 came out, this drone price plummeted. You can still buy it. They don't make it anymore. They still support it, and you can still buy one for probably between $400 and $500. And I love this drone. I fly this drone quite a bit. It takes phenomenal pictures. It has all kinds of functions and features that the Mini doesn't have. It's not as good as the Mavic Air 2. I understand that. It may, usually around where I fly in the city parks and suburban parks and areas like that, half a mile, maybe 3/4 of a mile, I start to get the breakup. But that's pretty far. If you can't get your shot within a half a mile, for the most part, maybe you don't need to be filming that. You're not supposed to fly things when you can't see them in the air anyway. So, like I say, I trust this drone. It is durable. It is tough. It is a really good buy right now. You can get the Fly More package with 3 batteries, a bag, goggles, all kinds of stuff. probably for about $700. And it's only getting cheaper. So consider this. If you're going to graduate from a Tello, which is what I usually fly in this part, because of that, I am restricted. And I'm going to turn this on in a minute and show you how that works. You can see in the upper left-hand corner of the screen, it says, cannot take off, restricted airspace. I couldn't get this drone off the ground and fly it illegally right here if I wanted to. I'm too close to the airport, and that's the technology that DJI has built into their drones, and a lot of other drones do not have that. It can be frustrating. This is what I see when I'm flying the drone, and if you watch this, just me on the ground here, you will see all kinds of warnings and signal loss and this and that and other things popping up that can be a big distraction. You just kind of got to get used to it, because a lot of them don't mean anything. You got to know what to pay attention to and what not to pay attention to. This is not just the Mavic Air, it's all DJI drones. So, as you can see, the drone won't violate the law even if I wanted to. So, I'm going to turn it off and put it away. It's pretty simple. I can probably do it one-handed and still film it. You push this button once, and then once and hold it. These are actually, they're kind of a landing gear slash antenna. They do a dual function. I fold these up first, then these fold down and in. Then we slide this camera cover on it. So you get that camera cover lined up. Pops on there, snaps shut. Fits in there pretty nicely. Close this up, and that'll go in your backpack or whatever. The controller folds down. I didn't get them out because I'm not flying, but it actually has little sticks you screw in there. They are contained right there in that compartment. Like most DJI drones, they're somewhere on the controller to store the control sticks. So that's it. I recommend this drone. I use it all the time. It wasn't horribly expensive, but it used to be the premier hobby drone in the world.